As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
2nd and 11. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way inside the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen play, here's Etienne. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken.
In motion goes the tight end.
Chip split. You got a mini base. Why not? Tonight.
Play action. It's Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go, son.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Come on, set.
Draw play, ETN. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
79 Bronco.
They're going to look to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, son. Hey, never mind. Monday.
Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 97 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Don't jump. Ready?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, 10. Go.
And going right back to Walker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
No much.
Fields on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Lockett, the motion man right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 551, 551. You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
Fields. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Vikings, nothing.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll throw now on the final play. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Vikings, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, a run with Etienne. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Results in the 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go, son. Hey, Terry. Tonight.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way